Welcome to PAO Fans International Special Edition, where I'll be previewing Ajax. So we definitely know who Ajax is historically. We'll look more in depth of current day Ajax. So obviously our third round opponent in the UEFA Europa League qualification is Ajax. When it first got announced, it seemed like it was the worst case scenario between them and Braga. They were the obvious two that we wanted to avoid, but um, probably isn't as bad as we thought. And we'll go into why. Still a very difficult opponent, especially for this early in the competition in the qualifying stage, but it is what it is. If we manage to progress at this round, the final stage of the qualification gets much easier. So let's have a look. So, how did Ajax become or go into the Europa League? Essentially, they finished fifth in their league, um, traveled very poorly, where at the start of the season they were flirting with relegation. They brought in Van Schip, the former Greece coach, who seemed to have steadied the ship, get some positive results, and climb the ladder. So you can see there, um, relatively in comparison with their fellow teams in the Dutch league, third best attack. Well, you can see that defensive stat, that's where the big issues lie for Ajax. Who is Farioli? He is their new coach. He started off his career as a goalkeeper coach, and then he became coach of um, Turkish team, and you can see here how he has progressed. Where relatively small teams in Turkey, he did not bad, was getting results, getting the points required to keep them up. Moved on to another Turkish team. Then he got a decent role at Nice, solid team. Lasted a full season, 18-10-10, not too bad result. And then became Ajax. But you can see there the two matches that he's had is against Vojvodina, their previous opponent, where they did win 4-1 aggregate. That 4-1 aggregate kind of flatters Ajax quite a bit. I mean, we'll have a look at how the goals were scored shortly, but we'll look at their typical formations, how they lined up. So this is their squad. Not much changes really from the starting 11. They do look like they play a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, kind of changes depending on the scenario, but a couple of interesting things where they've got Jordan Henderson there, experienced former Liverpool player, not the quickest player, so something that might be handy if we want to put a pacey player there. Just really attack him. Obviously, don't give him too much time either on the ball. He's got plenty of experience. Um, they've got Pasvi, who's a 40-year-old keeper. Didn't doesn't look quite comfortable in goals. Just some of the passages of play when watching their game, and they got Yuri Bass. He's not. He's the center left back. He's not a natural center left back. He's more of a left back or a left wing back. But it seems like Farioli has gone with Hato there, their upcomer, and has turned Bass as more of a makeshift centre back. So that's something to keep an eye out on. This is how the goal was scored. This is what happened in the first leg. So you can see Vojvodina in the Ajax Amsterdam Arena had a big opportunity, hit the post. They just basically walked through their defense. So we can play that again as well. Plenty of time. Got the through ball. Was left alone. Hit the post. So opportunities will be there. And as I said, this was a very bad Serbian team that they came up against. Nothing really too scary, really. We'll look at the Ajax goal. Wasn't anything spectacular. Just loose defending, really loose defending. And this was our home 1-0 win for Ajax. Um, Courtesy of the header there, last few minutes as well. So look at what happened in Serbia. And once again, uh, the goals in Serbia weren't impressive. The build-up, a couple of good finishes from the Ajax players, something you kind of expect from their level. But the defending was horrendous from the Serbian team. So
Dat is een grote kans. En de redding. En dan is het alsnog.
I was basically left alone, and he got the shot off from the corner. Keeper parried it straight into the defender's path. Easy tap in. That's how they got their goal. Nothing really impressive. And we'll see how Vojvodina did equalize.
Ruimte ligt aan de
Is
rechterkant. Serie. Afleggen. Nikolic, het is
this is
3-3.
where I believe Ajax can be exploited. Once again, you see the player from the midfield just use his pace and just unopposed, and then finds the right winger with plenty of space. And that's where I believe the danger can be found. So whoever's our starting right mid, whether it's Mancini, whether it's Tete, um, they can really exploit that pace and that space as well. So that's something to look for when we do go attacking. The next two clips will be of the Ajax goals. Poor clearance,
Ato.
easy turn.
Ato. Berghuis.
Once again, left in the middle. Nice finish. Nothing spectacular. The finish was nice, but the guy, once again, left alone. Around five defenders there. Yeah, pretty poor defending, and I don't expect us to be that loose on them. And they're chasing the game here, and obviously this is a good pass and a good finish. So this is when obviously just throwing up numbers, trying to chase the game, not coming up for them. The big thing is though, Ajax were missing these two players, Brobby and Bergwijn, due to the Euro 2004 Euro 2024 commitment. So um, there'll be massive inclusions for them attackingly. So Brobby's got good strength, good pace, and so does Bergwijn. Having that Premier League experience with Tottenham, they do have that pace. So it's obviously something that we just got to be careful about, especially with our defenders, depending on who starts. We know Scheckenfeld can be a bit susceptible to pacier players, pacier teams. So let's see what we go up with. If we go back with Jedvaj Ingerson, which seemed to be fairly solid pairing in our 4-0 away win against Botev. So these will obviously be the danger players. How do we feel? Well, if you look at the stats where they look at predictions, who will go past, Ajax favorite, definitely worthy favorites, but only at 59%. That's the second weakest, just ahead of Elfsborg. So we do have a chance. And that's why I don't think it's a nightmare scenario. I don't think we should be afraid of Ajax. They're coming to Athens first. Historically, I think we we play better when we're up against the teams first at home. Um, Marseille comes to mind, getting a positive result and then taking that positive result away from home seems to be our more go-to. So I don't think Ajax is that threatening team. You saw a couple of passages of play where they did look susceptible in that midfield, that space that they gave, a little bit loose defending as well. And that's against a really bad Serbian team, as I previously mentioned. So it's it's definitely doable. It's definitely achievable that we can get that result against them. The game will be once again this week. Um, Thursday night in Greece. The kickoff time will be 9 p.m. local time again. So it's, yeah, same sort of conditions. They come to Athens. We get the big crowd. We saw against Bordev, there was about 20,000 odd. Uh, expect about 50 for this game. Expect a big presence to get behind the Greens. If you like what we said, follow our socials below. It's just a really quick viewing of, you know, who Ajax is. Obviously, Slukas is not in the picture, so do ignore that. But do follow our socials. We will be doing a podcast as well, looking into this as well. Thank you all. Thank you for listening, and do obviously follow our socials and give us feedback.